With its own media largely under control, the Chinese state is now going after the foreign press. A recent survey has found that foreign correspondents are being harassed, intimidated, and even snooped upon. Our next report gets you all the details.
For the third year in a row, the foreign journalists in China believe their working conditions have not improved. This finding is part of a survey conducted by the Foreign Correspondents Club of China. They believe Chinese authorities dramatically stepped up efforts in 2020 to frustrate the work of foreign correspondents. Using the pandemic as an excuse, the Chinese state used all of its arms of power to harass and intimidate journalists. Nearly half of the respondents of this survey fear surveillance, digital or in person, and regularly. 40% of the correspondents believe their internet accounts were targeted in attempted hacks last year. 87% felt their WeChat accounts were snooped upon. 60% believe the Wuhan virus restrictions interfered with their reporting. 40% of the respondents were followed, and 30% of them were forced to show or delete data on their devices by Chinese authorities. How does Beijing respond to these charges? With the usual denial.
We
have never recognized the relevant organization, the Foreign Correspondents Club of China, that you refer to. This so-called report and its predisposed stance is sensationalist and is full of baseless claims. What I want to stress is that China is a country with rule of law. Any individual in China must abide by the Chinese law. We have always welcomed foreign media and correspondents to do interviews and reporting in accordance with the law and regulations, and we will continue to provide convenience and assistance. What we oppose is ideological bias targeting China. We are opposed to fake news done in the name of press freedom and actions that violate journalism ethics.
The battle between China and the foreign press was out in the open last year, with at least 18 foreign journalists from the Washington Post, the New York Times, and the Wall Street Journal being expelled in the first half of 2020. The Foreign Correspondents Club says 1 out of 6 correspondents are being forced to live and work on short-term visas that are valid between 1 to 3 months. Those trying to travel to Xinjiang, Tibet, or Inner Mongolia are actively blocked. These are regions where Chinese authorities are said to be driving programs to persecute minorities. 94% of journalists who traveled to Xinjiang and Inner Mongolia face state obstruction. One of them even faced physical assaults. Even now, when China claims its borders are open for foreign correspondents, 2 scribes remain in detention. Chang Li, an Australian citizen who worked for Chinese media, and Hayes Fan, a Chinese national working for Bloomberg News. Both of them are facing charges of endangering national security. With the press in China largely under the grip of Beijing, China seems to be actively trying to tame the foreign media. Bureau Report, World is One.
WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.